Hello everyone, it's great to be back. It's a beautiful day, and frankly, it's a beautiful thing to be talking to you again on the YouTube. Now, I know what you're saying. You're saying, Donald, where have you been? We missed the videos, we missed the truth. And I get it. The numbers were through the roof, record numbers, the likes of which this platform has never seen before, but I've had to take a little bit of a hiatus. A lot of things have been happening in my personal life. Big things, tremendous things, very private, very important, and they require a lot of energy. Believe me, nobody works harder than I do, but even I have to take a moment to handle the big stuff. And it's been handled perfectly, by the way. Better than anyone else could have handled it. But let's talk about the real disaster, the video editing. You wouldn't believe how complicated they make this stuff. We have the best cameras, the best lighting, everything is top of the line. But these editors, it's a very complicated process. They talk about the 4K, they talk about the 8K, they talk about the rendering. It takes forever, I told them. Fellas, just put the video up. But they say, sir, the transitions have to be perfect. The color grading has to be gold. And I like gold, we know that. But it's been a very slow process. Very unfair to you, the viewers. It's a disgrace, honestly. The technology is so advanced, yet it takes longer than building a skyscraper. But we're fixing it. We're going to have the fastest rendering in the history of social media. We're going to have edits that are so crisp, so sharp, you won't even believe it. Though, I want to thank you for your patience. We're back. We're going to be posting more than ever. We're going to be talking about the things the fake news won't touch. It's going to be a very special time for this channel. Do me a favor, hit that like button. It's a great button. I've seen a lot of buttons, and this is one of the best. And make sure you subscribe, because if you don't, you're going to miss out on some very big, very powerful content. We're going to make this channel bigger and better than ever before.
Donald Trump has just extended his travel ban to African countries, and I don't like it. President Trump has just extended his travel ban to African countries, and I don't like it. Trump is trying to stop us from going to Africa, and Donald Trump is trying to stop Africa from coming to America. There is a partial travel ban to Angola, Nigeria, Benin, Burundi, Cote d'Ivoire, Gabon, the Gambia, Malawi, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Mauritania, Senegal, Tanzania, and Togo. Donald Trump put a travel ban in.
Umar, or Dr. Umar, if that's what we're calling you today, I watched your little video, and frankly, you're full of it. You're full of shit, okay? It's a disgrace. You're very loud, very angry, and you have no idea what you're talking about. You're talking about me stopping Africans from going to Africa? Umar, look at me. If that was my goal, you would be the first to go. I deport people for a living. I support deportation equality. Even whites get deported sometimes, believe me. I don't care where you're from. If you're here illegally, or if you're a disaster like this, Umar person, you're gone. It's a very simple thing. Besides, when did we see Umar live in all these places? He talks about Africa, he talks about all these countries, but he stays right here. He likes to stay in this great country because he knows it's shit everywhere else. He knows it. He loves the American lifestyle, he loves the American attention, and frankly, I think he eats all the cheese. We have the best cheese, and he's probably eating all of it while he badmouths the place. It's very dishonest.
Donald Trump put a travel ban in. He's trying to stop the Pan-African resurrection. He's trying to stop the Pan-African revolution. Will somebody please go tell the president of the United States, you can't stop what God has ordained. Will somebody please go tell Agent Orange, you can't stop what the ancestors have put in play. Donald Trump can't stop the Pan-African revolution. The pretendians can't stop the Pan-African revolution. The ADOS FBAs can't stop the Pan-African revolution. Nobody can stop the red, black, and green flag from rising. Nobody can stop the complete and total unification of African people all across the world.
Umar, you must be on one of those tremendous sugar rush rants. Maybe it's the cheese, who knows? But you're talking about a Pan-African revolution? It's a total disaster, frankly. There is no revolution, Umar. It doesn't exist. It's a low-energy fantasy. All these black people around the world, I know them well, they love me, and they don't want to unite as one group. They want their own things, they want beautiful lives, they want the American dream, not your revolution, which is a very failing concept, believe me. It's a total fairy tale, and not even a good one. And you don't even offer free fairy tales, Umar. It's a very sad thing, a very low energy thing. You just claim to have this supposed wisdom. I've heard it, it's not that great, frankly, and you tell people to pay you big, beautiful sums of money just for speaking. That was my gimmick, okay? I perfected it. I'm the best at it. Everyone says so. You're just a scamming third-rate hustler trying to play the game. They used to put the name Trump in front of every big scam, tremendous scams, the likes of which you've never seen. But Umar took that from me by fooling people out of millions and millions of dollars. It's a disgrace. It's a total catastrophe. Only a Trump deserves that kind of power, believe me.
But I do want to say this to my continental Africans in America. I do want to say to my Caribbean Africans in America. I do want to say to my South and Central American Africans in America, shout out to my Brazil family. I'll be back in Brazil in March. Sweden, I'm coming, baby. Sweden, just hold on. Norway, just hold on. Black France, just hold on. King Kong is coming, baby. King Kong is coming. Where my Ireland Africans? Ireland, I'm pulling up, baby. Next month, the Prince of Pan-Africanism will be in Dublin, Ireland. I'm going to say it again. Where my European Africans at? The Prince of Pan-Africanism will be in Dublin, Ireland next month for the first time. It's Pan-Africanism of Parish.
Wow, so you complain about me limiting travel to Africa, which, by the way, I handled perfectly. But you don't even want to go there, Umar. It's a total hoax. It's a fake story. You're talking about Ireland and France and Europe. Very fancy places, very expensive, very elite. Admit it, Umar, you don't want to go anywhere without your golden bathrobes and your little rubber ducks.
It's Garveyism a get back. Oh, yes. It's all Africans for every African and every African for all African. I'm coming back to Ghana. I'm doing a national tour of Ghana because I'm a proud citizen of Ghana. I'm going to have a sit down with President John Mahama. We need to discuss some international Pan-African politics. Please let President John Mahama, the Honorable President John Mahama, know that the principal. What up, my king? How's everything? Good to see you, brother. Yes, sir. Let the Honorable President John Mahama of Ghana know that one of his citizens in the diaspora, the Prince of Pan-Africanism, needs a sit down with the Honorable President John Mahama when I get to Ghana. But I want to say this to my...
I was speaking with the president of Ghana just last week. Great guy, very strong, very respected in that part of the world, and we talked for a long time. We talked about trade, we talked about security, we talked about some very big, very beautiful things happening in Africa. And you know what? Your name never came up, Umar. Not once. It was a complete zero. Finally, I said to him, what do you think of Umar Johnson? And he looked at me. He was very confused. And he asked me if that was a new type of soap. Can you believe it? He thought you were a bar of soap. Is it a good soap, Donald? Does it lather well? I told him no, it's a person, unfortunately. It was a very embarrassing moment for you, frankly. A total disaster. Nobody knows you over there, Umar. You're a complete unknown to the people who actually matter. But because I'm a very generous person, I'm probably the most generous person you've ever met, I did manage to get you a very good soap company reference. I spoke to the CEO, a very talented guy, and he said they would have their people call your people. If they ran out of other options, that is. They're looking for something very low-end, very niche, and I thought of you immediately. It's a big opportunity, Umar. Don't blow it.
Canadian Africans and European Africans and Australian Africans in America, please do not practice chauvinism when you come to this country. Do not practice division when you come to this country. Yes, the FBA, ADOS, they're causing issues within the race. We understand that. We understand the reactionary energy coming from the ADOS FBAs. But I do want to say, in all honesty, listen to me. Diasporan Africans who are visiting the United States, some of you, not all of you or not most of you, some of you, not all of you, not most of you, some of you, not all of you or not most of you are coming here and you're mistreating and disrespecting the American Africans who built this country. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. We are all family. When you visit the home of a relative, you show respect. When you visit the home of a relative, you practice humility. When you visit the home of a relative, you practice patience. When you visit the home of a relative, we should be on our best behavior.
He's lecturing people about humility, about being polite. It's a joke, folks. It's a total comedy show, a disaster. This is a guy, and I've seen some characters, believe me, who calls himself the Messiah of the black people. Can you believe that? I've met some very important people, the most important people in the world, and nobody calls themselves a Messiah unless they have a very big, very serious problem. It's a very sad delusion, frankly. And if you don't agree with him, if you don't align with his very strange, very failing views, he calls you a traitor. He calls everyone a traitor. It's a disgrace. It's very pathetic, and it's very unfair. And I heard a story, a very sad story actually, about a woman, a beautiful black woman, in her own home. She had a statue of Jesus on her shelf, a beautiful statue, and Umar tells her to take it down in her own house. He's telling people how to live, what to believe, while he's running around acting like he's something special. It's a total lack of respect. It's a total lack of everything, frankly. You don't tell a woman to move her Jesus, okay? Only a very confused person does that. It's a very nasty thing to do.
It is red, black, and green day every day. My ninja, don't ask me why I'm yelling, okay? I think you need a testosterone shot. I think you need a testosterone shot. Why you asking me am I yelling? Get off my damn live, ninja. Get off my damn live, ninja. Just because you can't sound off like you got up here, you dusty coon. Okay, stay in your place. Stay in your place. Art of Dialogue interview coming up on the day before Christmas Eve. Shout out to the Art of Dialogue, December 23rd. We gonna see. But peace and Pan-Africanism to my Ethiopian Africans, my Somali Africans, my Haitian Africans. And let me say this. Denise Cruz, my Puerto Rican African sister. Are you a Puerto Rican African sister, Denise Cruz? Sister Denise Cruz, are you a Puerto Rican African or are you a Puerto Rican bunny? Sister Denise Cruz, are you a Puerto Rican African or are you a Puerto Rican snow bunny? Talk to me, Sister Denise Cruz.
He uses the word peace a lot. It's a beautiful word, a very big word, one of my absolute favorites. But then he says it's only for certain people, only for his very small, very specific group. To everyone else, he's nasty, he's hateful, he's a total, unmitigated disaster. It's the most contradictory thing I've ever seen in my life, frankly. He's lecturing me on unity me, while he's being more divisive and more racist than anybody you've ever met. He wants a very tiny, very exclusive peace, and for the rest of the world, it's a total destruction. You can't have it both ways, Umar. You're talking about love while you're spreading tremendous, record-breaking amounts of division. It's a very failing strategy, believe me. It's a nickel and dime hustle. It's very small time. Everyone sees through it. It's low energy, it's hateful, and it's frankly very, very pathetic. And let's be honest about this. Dr. Umar and I use the term doctor very loosely. Believe me, I've seen better doctors at a drive-thru. He's a total lightweight. He's a guy who wears a suit that's 3 sizes too big, probably bought it at a clearance sale, and he thinks he's a king. You're not a king, Umar. You're a guy with a loud voice in a very empty school building. It's a hollow operation. It's sad, really. He's a professional yeller, that's all he is, a yeller, and not even a good one. So I want to thank the audience for joining me today. You're the best people, the smartest people, everyone knows it. But let me tell you something, and I'm very serious about this. We need the likes. We need the comments. We need the engagement to be through the roof, record-breaking numbers. Because if the numbers aren't met, if I don't see those beautiful like buttons being pressed by the millions, we're going to have to look at deportation. We're going to start with the people who didn't subscribe. It's going to be a very big, very fast process. We'll have the buses ready. So hit the button, leave a comment, tell me I'm the greatest, which I am, and you'll be safe. For now.